Manga-Waido.
Please, Tatsuya. I wish you would have a little more consideration. She doesn't deserve this.
How could you say that? That's impossible! I'm Tatsuya Shirono. A pathetic excuse for a human being. My wife and daughter just left me. Ayane, my daughter. My loving daughter is no longer with us. She's dead. I ran a small prep school. I decided on this career after doing part-time teaching during my college years. After a few years, I married a wonderful woman named Yuri, and we had 2 daughters, Ayane and Sakura. Hey, I'm home, kids!
Hey, Dad! Did you have a good day?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks for asking, Ayane. Hey, Sakura, Mom sent me a message at work today. She says you didn't go to school and that you were playing all day. Is that true?
Yeah, so what? What's it to you anyways?
My older daughter is smart and studious, but my younger daughter, Sakura, was a bit rebellious. I'm your father. What are you gonna do if you don't keep up with your studies? You don't want to be left behind, do you?
Come on, Dad. Take it easy on her. Anyways, we have a surprise for you.
Huh? What the?
Happy birthday, Dad!
Huh? Wait, birthday? Me? Was it my birthday today?
Don't you even remember your own birthday?
Yeah, Dad's always working. I thought you would forget. Ayane planned it all, you know. That's right. But we did the same thing last year.
Ayane loved these surprises, and she would plan them any chance she got.
We all helped make it.
Really? Even Sakura?
Yeah, she kind of forced me into it.
We all pitched in. Took all afternoon.
Oh yeah? That's awesome. Thanks, Sakura.
Yeah, right.
Whenever we had any kind of family event, it was Ayane who was the life of the party. The sisters were of completely different characters, but they got along well, and I thought she was a wonderful older sister. But then one day... No, it can't be. She has cancer?
I can't believe it either. How could this happen?
Ayane wasn't feeling too well recently, and so we took her to the hospital to get a checkup. That's when we learned she had cancer. My wife and I weren't able to accept the fact. We were in total panic. But Ayane put on a brave face whenever we visited. We were miserable, but Ayane was all smiles. She always greeted us enthusiastically.
Come, everyone. You look so gloomy. Cheer up, for God's sake. I'm just fine. I'll be well in no time. Just you wait and see. And it's Mom's birthday pretty soon, so we have to get ready for that. No time to be sitting in bed.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't worry. We'll get through the operation no problem.
Yeah, we're behind you all the way, Ayane. We'll do anything for you. You know that, right?
I'm counting on you guys.
Although the operation went well, and she seemed to be getting better, a few months later, the cancer recurred.
Why? Why did Ayane have to go? Why did you leave me, Ayane?
No, this can't be. It was during her first year of high school, on a cold day in winter, that she left us. Forever. Tearful days continued afterwards. We were barely able to get through each day. After a while, Yuri went back to work, and Sakura started school again. Life went on. But I wasn't able to move forward. Ayane, why? The sorrow of losing Ayane impacted us all, but I was the only one unable to come to grips with the tragedy. In this emotional state, it would be impossible to face my students at the prep school.
Huh? What do you mean you're going to close the school?
Yeah, I've taken considerable time off, and besides, I don't think I can continue, so I've decided to pull the plug on the whole thing.
But I thought it was your dream to start a prep school.
I don't care about that anymore. What's the use of pursuing my dream in a world without my beloved daughter, Ayane?
But, Tatsuya, please.
I drowned my sorrows in booze. I felt if I stayed intoxicated, I could somehow deal with the loss.
Please, Tatsuya, stop this. Think of your daughter Sakura.
Yeah, right.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just leave me the hell alone!
Dad, please stop it.
Even talking with Sakura was difficult. Just looking at her reminded me of Ayane. The times they played together, the image would not leave me. I know it was all because of me. Gradually, the fabric of our once happy family began to fall apart. This can't continue. I have to do something! One day, Yuri got word from her company offering her a position at another branch.
The new position also has a family dormitory. What do you say? Let's all move there and start anew. You're not working now, so you could start something new over there. Come on. What do you say, Tetsuya?
So you're telling me we're all going to move? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that's right. We can start from zero. Let's begin a new life there.
Are you out of your mind? Are you saying that we just forget all the memories of Ayane and leave this place?
We have to move on. Ayane would be all for it. Even if our home changes, her memory will never disappear. It'll live on forever.
I'm against it! I'm not going anywhere!
Why can't you understand? You aren't thinking a bit about Ayane.
Shut your mouth! How could you just forget about her so soon? Don't you have any compassion?
Compassion? How could you say that? I loved my daughter as much as you.
Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. No matter how she tried to convince me, I would not relent. My family had enough of me.
You really should look ahead to the future. I know it's hard, but you must leave the past behind. It's what Ayane would have wanted.
And so, I was left alone in the house. Sakura went with her mother to her new job in another city far away. This was what was left of our family. 6 months after Yuri and Sakura left home, I closed the prep school completely. I still wasn't working, just living off of my savings. I was alone, so all I did was go to the convenience store for food, and that kept me going. One day, Yuri stopped to pick up some stuff she left behind.
What the? How can you live like this? This place is a pigsty. You should at least open the windows and air out the place. Bet you haven't cleaned the place since we left.
What's the use? I'll get around to it one of these days.
I thought you said this house was full of memories, and this is how you treat it?
Yuri cleaned everything up, and about an hour later, the place was all tidied up.
Okay, next we should go out and buy stuff. The fridge is totally empty.
I don't feel like cooking. I just buy from the store down the street.
Get yourself together, for God's sake! All your savings will disappear if you keep buying stuff at the convenience store. I know you're a pretty good cook.
Yeah, I know that, but...
Come on, let's get going. Do a little shopping.
Yeah, okay already! I wasn't up to it, but she insisted, and we went to a shopping mall nearby. After we did some shopping, Yuri led me to a small playground near the mall. Is this where?
You remember this place? We used to bring Ayane and Sakura here when they were little kids.
I really shouldn't be here. Too many memories here.
Come on, Tetsu. Stick around, I insist.
Yeah, well...
This place is still popular with the kids. Hasn't changed one bit. Recently, parents don't let them play in playgrounds, saying it's dangerous or something. Go figure, huh?
This playground doesn't have any dangerous stuff like slides and seesaws.
I remember taking care of Sakura on the bench here while you played with Ayane in that sandbox.
Yeah, that's right. Ayane was always acting like the teacher, and I would be her pupil.
Okay, the next question is for you, Dad.
I'm ready, Ayane-sensei!
I can't do it right. Dad, you be the teacher. You're much better.
Oh yeah? I thought you were a pretty good teacher.
But I'm not a cool teacher like you, Dad. It's hard to be a cool teacher.
Yeah? You think your dad is cool, huh?
Yeah? When I see you teaching, you look so cool. When I grow up, I'm going to attend your prep school, Dad.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Ayane loved it that you were a teacher. She was always talking about it.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember her looking at you with such pride whenever you were up in front of all your students. I also recall you were so into teaching the kids that you would always go way over schedule tutoring them. Remember, you made those original notebooks for each of your students? None of the other prep schools were that dedicated. During test season, you would stay overnight in the class. I remember I brought you meals.
Yeah, how can I forget those days?
Ayane was enamored by passion you brought to teaching. She was always saying what a great father and teacher you were.
Really?
Yeah, every chance she got.
I wonder what she would think of me now.
I don't know. I don't think she'd be sad. I think she'd encourage you to teach again. I bet she would hold a cheer up dad surprise party for sure.
Yeah, she would do that, wouldn't she?
This is the first time I've seen you smile in quite some time. Feel a little better?
Huh?
When you're sad, just take it easy. Don't think too much about it. I bet Ayane doesn't want you feeling miserable and glum. What you need to do is get back on your feet again and return to the father that Ayane loves so much.
Yuri,
Sakura feels the same way. We're both wishing you the best, so let's all work together to make it happen.
Yeah, you're right. From that day on, I quit drinking and started looking for a part-time job as a prep school teacher. Luckily, I was able to find one right away. Seeing kids the same age as when Ayane died was extremely difficult, but I was adamant to return to that teacher and the father that Ayane so looked up to. 2 years passed since that day. It was right about March when the cherry blossoms were in bloom. One day... Huh? An unknown caller? I usually just ignore these and let it ring. But I got a strange feeling about this call, and for some reason, I answered it. I put the phone to my ear, and what I heard astonished me.
Oh, hi, Dad. This is Ayane. How are you, Dad? Huh?
There was no mistaking it. It was my daughter, Ayane's voice. Ayane? But why?
Why are you so surprised, Dad? It's almost my graduation. Don't tell me you forgot.
Yeah, right. Of course. That's true. She would be graduating from high school today.
I'm so glad. So, you'll be at the graduation ceremony, right?
But... I was so taken aback by all of it. I was in a daze. But then, I came out of my stupor. Is this some kind of prank? This is not funny! I don't know who the hell this is, but my daughter died 2 years ago!
Yeah, I know that's silly. But there's no rule that says you can't attend my graduation, right?
Well... As I fell silent, unable to utter a word...
So, like I said, you have to attend, Dad. See you there.
With that, whoever that was hung up. Hey, hold on a second! Hello? Hello? That was definitely a prank. But the voice and the way she said certain words were exactly like Ayane. But it can't be! But I wasn't able to simply turn a blind eye to a prank. I had to look into the matter. I called the school before I headed there. When I got there... Yuri! Sakura! What are you guys doing here? I didn't expect to find them here.
I'd like to ask you the same thing.
Yeah, well, I was just... If I said that Ayane called me and told me to come, they would only think I went totally nuts, so I kept my mouth shut. Why are you two here anyways?
We were asked to come, no matter what.
Do you mean...
Shh, it's about to begin.
Yeah, right. With that, the graduation ceremony began. It was as usual, as each class was introduced and each student received their graduation certificates. It seemed like the ceremony would end as any graduation would. Why were we even here? What the hell was that phone call about anyways? As I was sitting there, puzzled about the situation, the ceremony was coming to a close. Suddenly, the curtains opened behind the stage and a screen rolled down. According to the schedule, the students are supposed to sing the anthem. Wonder if they're going to show photos of the students' daily activities over the years or something. Next, we'd like to show everyone a surprise movie from one of our students.
Surprise! I'm Ayane Shirono. Congratulations, everyone, on your graduation.
What the? Ayane? The sight of a vigorous-looking Ayane on the big screen knocked me on my feet. I watched the familiar face, mesmerized, as she spoke.
By the time everyone sees this, I probably won't be here on this earth. Wow, I never thought I would say that.
Ayane!
I was hoping that it would not come to this and that I would beat this thing, but it didn't turn out that way. So, I figured I should make a video recording. First off, although it was short, I want to thank all my classmates for being there for me. It was so fun going to school every day and seeing you all there. Congratulations on your graduation. You all deserved it.
Both Yuri and I were no longer able to hold back our tears. After that, students and teachers honored her with short speeches of praise. Then finally...
And Mom, Dad, thanks for bringing me into this world and taking care of me. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it to this graduation.
Ayane...
My dream? My dream was to be a great teacher like you, Dad. All I wanted to do was study at your prep school and make my dream a reality. But it wasn't to be. That's the only thing I regret. But I want you to know I was really, really happy while I was with you. I feel so blessed that I was your daughter. Mom, Dad, you still got a great life ahead of you, so don't give up. Make the best of it. For me.
Ayane!
And how could I forget my little sister Sakura?
Please, I haven't done anything.
Don't forget my beautiful and loving kid sister Sakura. Take good care of her. I bet you're all thinking how lonely I may be because I was so easygoing with everyone, but no need to worry. I'll keep an eye on all of you from life hereafter. Have a fun and magnificent life. And when you finally join me, I can't wait for you to tell me all about it. That's it, everyone. Have a good life. This is my last message from heaven.
I was overwhelmed by the sight of my daughter on the big screen. My wife was overcome with emotion. Sakura was comforting her as best as she could. So, was that phone call from... The graduation ceremony ended as the attendees filed out of the auditorium. As I headed out, Ayane's teacher approached me and handed me her graduation certificate. It was adorned in a beautiful wooden frame. I'm so happy everyone remembered Ayane like that.
Yeah, she was so animated all the time. How could people forget her? Yes, you're certainly right about that.
That phone call. That was you, wasn't it, Sakura?
Yeah. Figured you get it. Everyone always said I sounded just like her.
Yeah, you really had me there, though.
Yeah, sorry about that. But it was all Ayane. The casting, script, everything.
She would plan something like this. She always loved surprises. But to be honest, I didn't expect this. Sakura, I'm really sorry for... you too, that I wasn't able to be there for you.
Forget it, Dad. I knew you were a little emotionally slow.
Slow, huh? Right.
But I have to say, after Ayane's big surprise, I kind of feel a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. And I'm happy that you noticed that the voice was actually me.
Apparently, it was Sakura who arranged for this video with her sister before she died. Then she set up this whole surprise presentation with her classmates and the school staff. Wow. I didn't think you were so smart and articulate, Sakura. I'm impressed.
I didn't do anything, Dad. It was all Ayane. She's the one you should be impressed with.
No, I know it wasn't easy to set this whole thing up. I'm proud of you, Sakura.
Dad.
Now I guess it's my turn to change things. Soon afterwards, I became a full-time teacher at the prep school I was working at, and started to work in earnest. After about 6 months, I was promoted to head teacher, and I was already thinking of opening my own prep school again. I knew I would reach that goal again. As for my family, Yuri and Sakura, we meet about once a month. Yuri, you got a minute?
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say, sorry for all the grief I caused,
Please, Tetsuya. I've done 1,000 times. Right, Sakura?
Yeah, we want more than an apology from you, Dad. Come on, Dad. Show us what you're really made of. Huh? Is this gonna be another one of those surprises?
Yeah, well, I wanted to give you this.
Huh? A necklace? For me? Today is your wedding anniversary, right? Well, congratulations, Mom. I don't know what to say.
Could you give me one more chance? If you can forgive me, I want to live with you and Sakura again. I want our family to be back together again.
Come on, Mom. What are you gonna do? I don't mind moving again. Yeah, right. Maybe I'll put in a transfer request.
Really? Thank you so much, Yuri! Sakura! And so, 1 year later, we were all back at the old house, living as a family again. I made a solemn oath that I would protect and support my precious family for the rest of my life, so that my dear daughter Ayane will continue to smile upon us forever.